What's going on? All right, Thunder. We are here. We have reached the end of our kickball season. We just are 2 days away from kickball playoffs. I'm here with Victor. How are you, buddy?
Playoffs! Playoffs!
It's good. Always bittersweet to be at this point, Victor. We have 1 day of kickball. Some teams have 1 game left of kickball. Two lucky teams will have 3, unless there's some big upsets. Then a team may have 4. I don't know. I haven't worked the math. So the first thing I want to do is go over last week's results because they shaped the standings. We have Balls Deep and DTF tying 4-4. What happened there, Victor?
Nothing happened. We tied.
That's all you're going to give us?
That's all I got.
Was it a good tie? Was there a lot of mistakes?
It was a tie. It was,
You played
I think
6-7 innings of kickball, and you just get it was a tie.
I think we may have been down. Like, we may have not played with a full. In other words, we could have had one more fielder, I believe.
Okay.
I think. Or maybe we had just 11. I can't. I don't remember. But we tied. We shouldn't have, but we did.
Do you have a different opinion of
should have, could have?
Do you have a different opinion of DTF after Friday?
No, of course not.
Okay. All right. Next.
Well, I think Jim plays for him now, so I don't know.
No. Wasn't he just did he play?
He played.
He played? Okay. So I'm sure he just joined at the beginning of the season just so he could play whenever. I trust him. Next game we have, which was surprising to me, was one beating Do It For The Kids 11-2. We knew racing motorcycles around Victor. We knew that one was going to be down. I thought this was going to be a pretty close game. I had Do It For The Kids covering the spread. They could not do that. It wasn't even close, 11-2. Next game was probably the best game of the week. Was Tommy's and PFK. It was a battle. PFK came up on top 4-2. I want to talk about that matchup later. Next one, we have PFK in a doubleheader. They beat one 13-2. Ballside, with an upset, beats Sick Kickers 4-2. Did you see this one coming?
No, I didn't see this one coming at all. Again, what team showed up with Sick Kickers? Did they have a full squad? What was the situation? Because it's tough to say that these teams win, and it's not like we're talking about the NFL where the Patriots, if they play the Redskins and lose, it's like, how did that happen? We're talking about teams that can be very easily, very well undermanned in any day of the week. So,
or underwoman.
Yeah, I'm using that as a general term. Understaffed, is that better? Yeah. So, for example, your team, didn't you almost lose to a team this year? But you had 3 of your best players. What happened?
We lost. We lost to DTF.
Okay, so you lost to DTF. So should DTF be running around saying they beat PFK and hanging banners? That's like the Indianapolis Colts hanging an AFC Championship finalist banner. Listen, I don't want to beat someone.
From what I hear, they were at night. What's that? What'd you say?
Yeah, they were happy. They were happy that night, if I remember correctly. But it's just so to answer your question, if these teams aren't fully staffed, then as far as I'm concerned, I'm not going to give the discussion any more than all right, they won.
Yeah, that's a tough part.
If you're telling me that
what's that? If you're telling me what?
If you're telling me that a fully staffed Sick Kickers team took the field and lost a game to Ballside, then yeah, I want to talk about it because obviously there's something to talk about.
Yeah, that's the tough part about playing in the same league you're kind of analyzing is because we don't get to see all the games. We're reffing, we're out playing, or watching a different game. You don't really get to see what happened. I wish some people would kind of tell us a little bit about the games because we have no idea. We just look at a score and then we judge that. But yeah, Ballside wins 4-2. I'm not completely shocked because Ballside impressed me when they played us, and Sick Kickers did not. I thought Ballside was capable a little more than they've been, a little more capable of what they've showed. Someone's loud by you, Victor. Let's move on to the next game. Whack-A-Mole beats Kicking It Old School only 10-7. Balls Deep wins 17-7 against Kicking It Old School. God, that was a late game.
Oh, that must have been misery for you.
It was not the easiest game to ref. I mean, there was no real problems. It was just late. It was starting to get cold. I didn't want to be there anymore. You guys didn't want to be there anymore after that last inning.
If you had, I was charging. I pitched. We had Morgan pitching. We just, they're a fun team though. They want to play. They want to win. They're competitive. It was fun. But
yeah.
You can see how if you're not playing, it must have sucked.
I would love to see you charge on Saturday. That's all I'm saying. All right. Speaking of Saturday, let's go over what the final standings ended up. I'm just going to go 1 through 10. PFK 1, 2. Our next endeavor 2. 3, Tommy's 4, Balls Deep. Victor, it's very loud back there right now. 4 is Balls Deep. 5
All right,
is
hold on.
Kickers.
Keep going.
6 is Do It For The Kids. 7 is DTF. 8 is Whack-A-Mole. 9 is Ball Aside. 10 is Kicking It Old School. I'm going to let Victor tell people to be quiet right now. This can also go to the blooper reel. Our matchups we're looking at, there's going to be a play-in round. 7 plays 10, 8 plays 9.
No.
Then 1 will play the winners. The 1 seed, not 1, which is, so PFK will play against the winners of the 8-9 matchup. And 1, it's really difficult to work with Victor. I don't know how anyone does it every day.
I'm back. Calm down.
Yeah. 1 will play the winner of 6 and 10. And a matchup we already know of the second round, I guess you could call it, of the playoffs, is Balls Deep versus Sick Kickers. That was a first week matchup that was actually pretty close. How are you feeling about that game? You feel confident, Victor?
Yeah, I feel confident. Sure. No one on Sick Kickers wants to hear that, but I mean, if you look at the history, we've never lost to Sick Kickers. So why shouldn't I feel confident? Without taking anything from them, why shouldn't we feel confident if we've never lost to them?
Did you tie them or something last year?
I don't know. I can't. I don't think so. You and Sean are like the stat gurus. Like,
I just thought I remember there was some type of upset. I know you guys either tied or lost to someone you shouldn't have last season.
Yeah, that was the season before last.
Okay. All right. Next matchups that we already know, and then we'll go over the spread. So we're going to see the 7-10 matchup, which is, where are my spreads? All right. So Whack-A-Mole is going to play Ball Aside. I have that as a 1.5 spread for the week. Who do you see winning that one? Because this is really difficult for me to predict.
I don't know what's difficult. I mean, Ball Aside, I think is definitely winning that game. I think Whack-A-Mole will come and have a great time, but Ball Aside's going to win. Didn't Whack-A-Mole get their first win against Kicking It for the Kids, doing it for the kids?
Whack-A-Mole has a better record than Ball Aside.
They do?
Mm-hmm. They're ahead.
What happened when they played each other?
It was close. I don't remember off the top of my head.
So Ball Aside has 2 wins or 1 win?
I can go to their standings if you'd like. Whack-A-Mole is 2-6-1, and Ball Aside is 2-7.
Okay, so
they're very similar.
Yeah.
I also think
Ball Aside.
I think Ball Aside's going to win, but I think it's going to be close. So I'll take them. I get the points too. I have DTF against Kicking It Old School. I have that at a 9.5 spread. DTF in favor of DTF.
DTF laying 9.5?
Yeah, against Kicking It Old School.
Oh, I'll take the points.
Okay. I think DTF comes out on fire. I think they cover. I think they're ready to play Saturday. And Kicking It Old School, I'm sorry. There's nothing positive I can really say about them covering that.
Wait. Am I confusing? Kicking an old school. Which team? That's
the team you just played at the late last night, the Orange team.
Oh no. I was confusing them with doing it for the kids. If it was doing it for the kids, I was going to say I'll take the points. No. Yes, DTF absolutely covers that line. With if they play on one leg, they'll cover that line.
Oh, that's not nice. Except you barely won by 10.
Listen, I don't get paid to be nice, Nathan.
I'm just
You're the
saying.
nice guy. I'm the bad guy.
I don't think anyone thinks either of us are nice, except our own teams. And then I have your matchup. I have Balls Deep at a 5.5 spread against Sick Kickers.
So you have Balls Deep covering.
Balls Deep. I'm going to take Sick Kickers to cover. I think all the shit you're talking today, they cover. They're okay. They don't win. You guys win by 5. I'm going to give it a 7-2 score.
So let me see if I get this correctly then, okay? I want to see if I understand this. So,
yes.
So you make the lines,
yes.
Then you make your prediction against the line, and you take the dog by a half a point. I got it. Okay, it makes sense now.
Hey, no one else is gonna set the lines. I I do what I think Vegas would pick. I think
you're doing what Disneyland would pick.
Hey, the fact that someone disagrees means I'm doing a decent job. I don't think I'm too far off. So, given the favorites win, or what we say will happen, we're looking at PFK playing Ball-A-Side or Whack-A-Mole. I don't see that being a difficult time for PFK. Sorry, guys, just it's a different level. So PFK gets through to the Final Four. This is the matchup I really want to talk about. DTF is going to beat Kicking It Old School. That's not a question. But DTF is going to play 1, and we clearly see with everything going on, and Circuit Cup is coming up, so Phil's not even going to be there. I think DTF is going to beat 1. Am I crazy for thinking that?
Yes. You're crazy. So again, what Phil's not going to be there. Who else isn't going to be there?
Drew won't be there. I don't know if Rob's going to be there. Rob wasn't there last week. I know Dave's good.
Yeah, they got Dave. They got I don't know. Maybe. I mean, if this team is is not going to show up, a full team, and DTF, they're always going to be there. If they're not there, then what are they? Something terrible will probably happen. They show up every week. They're pretty reliable.
Yeah.
So if one doesn't show or is missing 3 of their big players, then will DTF be in the game? Yeah. I mean, can they win it? Sure. I mean, anything can happen. Any given.
I want to know your prediction.
Saturday. My prediction is that 1 wins.
DTF.
My prediction is that one wins, and then they lose to Tommy's.
Yeah.
And
so,
Tommy's.
Yeah. We'll get there. You're getting ahead of us. The next matchup, it would be Balls Deep. Balls Deep. If you guys were to win, which you should against Sick Kickers, you'll play PFK. And then Tommy's is actually going to play Do It. I haven't said that one. I forgot about that matchup earlier. Tommy's plays Do It for the kids in the round of 8. I have a 6.5 spread of Tommy's. Who would you take there?
Tommy's. You missed it because it's not worth talking about. Yes, Tommy's is going to beat them. They'll roll right over them. They'll roll into the Final Four. Your Final Four will be set. And so let's talk about what's going to happen in the Final Four, because that's.
I actually think that Do It for the kids Tommy's game is going to be close because Tommy's plays to its competition. They can beat any team, and they can have a close game against any team except Kicking It Old School. I say it close, but Tommy's. If there's a sure bet in this league, it's that Tommy's is going to be in the championship on Saturday. They have an extremely easy path with the one team the way it is, and with Do It for the kids, they're not at that level. Tommy's will be in the championship, and there's no question.
I have to agree with you, and I hate agreeing with you, but I have to agree with you. I think that's a pretty accurate statement. I mean, I hate using the word easy because I think that it takes something from the team that is going that route. But I do believe that if you look at the paths to the finals, the one that would be, I guess, easier traveled would be
The
the one
path
that would
with
go through.
the path with least resistance, and that's for Joey, the physics teacher over there, is Tommy's, and they're gonna get to the championship. I would put any money down that they would. I would be shocked if they're not in the championship. Now, that leads us to the other side where there's a 99% chance that it's going to be balls deep versus PFK, and you know that's going to be a battle.
Sure, it's definitely going to be a battle. I feel like I don't know. Lately, balls deep's been coming up on the wrong side of this battle the last few seasons. So it'd be nice to be like the old Chicago Bulls when they finally knocked the Cavs off.
Mm-hmm.
You don't remember that, Nate, because you were very young then. But
yeah, I'm okay with that. I enjoy my age right now.
You missed the NBA at its best when we had Jordan. And
I got to see the
Magic.
I got to see the tail end of it. There was a really bad stretch, but I feel like the NBA is getting a little better. But people don't want to hear us talking about the NBA. Balls deep, PFK. You're obviously going to take balls deep. I'm going to take PFK. And then we're probably going to take ourselves in the championship as well. So here's my question to you. Let's say, and I'm not saying this with any confidence whatsoever because I know our game's going to be a battle. If PFK beats you, and it's PFK Tommy's, who are you taking to win the championship? And then I will answer the opposite of that if we lose.
So I mean, I would generally, I want to say Tommy's. I think Tommy's is probably the most well-balanced team, top to bottom in the league this season. And we played them to a 0-0 tie. So I have the utmost respect for a team that we play to a 0-0 tie. That being said, you guys played them last week and you beat them, right? Didn't you beat them?
Yeah, 4-2. 4-2.
4-2. So that makes me think a little more. But I'm going to say that when all the marbles are on the line and it comes down to that one mistake here or there, I just think that from top to bottom, Tommy's is will pull it out. And I think that if they play PFK, that they win a very close game.
Okay. If you're telling me your whole team is there,
my whole team will be there.
You have a solid 4 girls.
Well,
that means they're not. There are 4 girls there. I think it's a great game. I think there's such little separation from these 3 teams. I would take you guys in that battle. As long as you guys
feel bad.
I don't care. No, I wanted your honest opinion. I just, if you guys can keep the level, keep calm, and play kickball, I think you guys win that game. If there's any type of disagreements where cooler heads aren't prevailing, then I think Tommy's wins that because that's when you guys lose it. When you guys allow 1 run, it tends to lead to 3 or 4. When you guys play your game and you're solid, you shut teams down.
You're right, and I anticipate and I expect that Balls Deep will bring their best on Saturday. I think that we faced much adversity this season, and I think that you're going to see a different team take the field on Saturday.
That being said, PFK is going to win. Victor, you're going to think Balls Deep's going to win. We should get someone who's not in the league, but no one watches that's not in the league. All right, the things I want to talk about, there's a little bit different rules going into the playoffs. Let's say there is a tie game. Last year there was a little confusion. The championship tie game, no one knew what to do. All of a sudden we're scrambling. You're going to play with 8 people in the field. It was a little screwed up. But this year we know ahead of time what they're going to do. If it's tied, you are going to play 1 extra inning. And then after that, you start taking 1 person out of the field. At all times, you must remain the 4 girls, 4 guys. So you take a player off. So you could play 4 girls, 6 guys. If it's still tied the inning after, you could play 4 girls, 5 guys. After that, 4-4 until you have a winner. Most likely to be solved by the end of that first inning, but you never know. The only thing I'm not sure of, and I'm hoping Margie can comment, is if there's going to be a time limit at all. Victor, you're not. Do you know?
As far as I know, there cannot be a time limit.
Yeah, I just didn't know if you start extra innings, but say like a team is up 4-3 in the sixth, and you're at the 5-minute time. I don't know the rule.
Oh, so you're saying, in other words, if I think there is a time limit if you run over, but not a time limit if you are within the range. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So say it's 4-3, bottom of the sixth inning, and there's 3 minutes left. The inning ends. Do you end right there? Or do you play the seventh? We don't know.
If you're asking me, you should play that seventh inning. We're talking. This is for all the marbles. You got to play that inning, I think.
Yeah, that's what I would love to hear. I'm hoping Margie can let us know so we know before. And the last thing the only reason I really want that out is because the last thing I want is a team to be even tempted with the idea of stalling. It would really hurt me to see a team lose or not even get the chance to come back because a team was stalling.
That would destroy the integrity of the league.
Yeah. All right. I got a few props for us, and then we can say goodbye to the people. You can go hang out with your friends. Glad you finally found some. I only have 2 for you tonight. Closest matchup that's already set right now. Closest first round matchup that you see.
Mike, hold on a second, Nate. I'm sorry. Yeah. All right, Mrs. Rebello. We'll see you later. All right. I'm sorry. What were you saying? We got some new guests that just showed up.
I hope my mom's out having a good time. But she has way better taste to be hanging out with you.
She's the friendliest woman.
Yes, she is.
All right, so go ahead. Give me those props.
Yeah, closest matchup that's already set. Out of all the games that we already know, the matchups we're going to see, what's the closest one? Yeah, baby.
The DTF?
DTF kicking it old school?
No.
My pick,
all right, so
I'll help you out. It's Guacamole and Ball Aside for the first round. That's my pick. The other one you could say is your matchup against Sick Kickers, but I doubt that.
All right, I'll say that. I'll say my matchup with Sick Kickers because I think that Sick Kickers. I mean, they always tend to bring it hard, especially against us.
Yeah.
Probably because I tend to really call them out a lot. So I think that one's probably the one.
Okay, and I actually do have a third prop. I forgot. And my second prop. How many runs does DTF score against Kicking It Old School in that first round matchup? That's the orange team.
DTF scores 13 runs.
13. I'm going to say they score 15. And last one. The championship game is set to start, I believe it's 4 o'clock? 3 o'clock. The championship is set to start at 3 o'clock. What time will the first pitch of the championship be? Because you know it's
5.
Only an hour. I'll take 4:30. If it's not 5, just because that's how things roll. All right, Victor, go hang with your friends. We'll see everyone on Saturday. Best of luck. Please make sure you have enough people. We want to play kickball. Good night. Bye-bye, Thunder.
Have a good time. Bring everyone.